Hi everyone, welcome to Quick Chat with Jay. I hope you're doing well today. The idea for today's video just came to my mind because I remember how wild this episode was and thought it'd be really interesting to recap it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's recap of this Catfish episode. This episode opens with an email from this woman named Rebecca who's writing in for her friend Sham because she believes her friend is being catfished. Rebecca says that she's seen the signs of this person that Sham is speaking to being a catfish because she was actually catfished a few months before she actually wrote into the show.
Please stop this from happening again.
Oh God, not again.
Hey Neve and Cammy, my name is Rebecca. I wish I had written this email for myself a few months ago when I was catfished. I had my heart broken, and now I'm afraid I'm seeing the same thing happening to my friend, Sham. And a few months ago, she met a handsome Arab man on Instagram named Phillip. He tells her he can't say where he's from because he has to be discreet. Now Sham just told me that Phillip revealed to her that he's a prince.
Of course he is. I told you.
I mean, it sounded princely.
Yeah, he's a prince.
He's an Arab prince.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, well, now that I know he's a prince, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's fun to live in delusion, but I'm gonna just go ahead and let the clip continue.
Sham is doing exactly what I did. She's letting herself be blindsided by some hot, rich guy who sounds perfect on paper, but is never truly available to meet her needs. Can you please help her figure out if she's being catfished or if I'm too jaded to let my friend be happy?
Realizing that she could just be being a hater.
That's true.
Because who doesn't want a prince? They exist. And I'm trying to find one.
Honestly, same Cammy. I mean, if there's anyone out there that would like to alleviate my financial woes, I'll be more than happy to welcome you into my life. And because of love. Obviously, that's all you need. You need love.
We got your email, and
Wonderful.
you have to admit, it is an insanely ridiculous scenario.
Yeah, I know. Sham actually thinks that this prince is going to rescue her, because that's what he's saying. He's telling her he's going to marry her and rescue her. She has no idea that I contacted you guys, but I hope she's not mad at me about this. It's really out of care and love.
After talking with Rebecca, they go ahead and head over to meet Sham and Rebecca just so that they can help her find her Prince Phillip.
Honestly,
I love you.
my anxiety from this thing is like I need to know. I'm already picturing our wedding. Like I'm already picturing like the whole fantasy. Like I need to know like what this is.
Yeah.
Right.
I just want him to be real so badly, but if he's not, then we need to know. This is like a crime of the heart, in my opinion.
As they're asking Sham to explain how she met Phillip, she says that he's not exactly a prince, but she, in her mind, thought like he was because he mentioned he was royalty.
Tell us about Phillip. Prince Phillip. That is a princely name. isn't
Okay,
it?
wait. I just want to be totally clear. He told me he's royalty. I'm the one that has this fantasy that he's a prince, okay? I started that, and I told Rebecca that because it's like my delusion. Okay, but he did say he's royalty.
Like he could just be related to a royal family.
He could be
or something.
a sheik.
Whatever it is, it looks rich and he's hot.
Okay, so he didn't explicitly say that he's a prince. He said he's royalty, but I mean, honestly, I would think the same. If you say you're royalty, I'm going to assume that, okay, you're like really close to being one of the, you know, important people in there. Unless you're like somebody who's 10 spots away or you end up being the second butler's third cousin, then you can leave that.
That's okay. You can keep it.
I get why she's thinking. She's really just kind of going off a wish of like, I am wishing that this guy is who he says he is. But at the same time, I'm kind of just like, can we be for real? Like, do you really think you met a prince off of Instagram? I'm just saying. As I just said, they did meet on Instagram, and Sham says that she's even surprised that Phillip reached out to her because on her Instagram, she has photos like pre-transition. And so she was surprised that he'd want to speak to her even after seeing those photos.
For him to have even contacted me on Instagram, to me was a big deal. Because on my Instagram, I am truly myself. If you were to scroll through my Instagram, you would see me pre-transition. You would see what I look like as a boy. He saw that. So I ended up being like, oh my God, this is like my miracle. So after the first message, I responded to him and said, thank you, handsome. And then he said, let's take this conversation to Snapchat. On Snapchat, as we started talking, he just seemed like really sweet and genuine, and he would call me baby, princess, and all these things that I'd love to hear.
Conversations between the two have always gone well. They spoke daily. He would call her sweet names and treat her like, she's the love of his life. But things got a little weird when she asked for a photo and could tell that it wasn't a live one.
He sent me a picture, but it wasn't live.
It was from a camera roll.
I said, send a live one. But every time I asked or made a request, he's like, I'm working, I'm doing something or whatever.
And what is a catfish without their excuses? He won't send her any real photos. He hasn't gotten on the phone with her at all, so she has no idea what he sounds like. But she believes that it's because of his culture. That's the reason why he won't speak to her.
Time when a man is rich and powerful and possibly royalty, it makes sense, that he's nervous.
Well, or that he's keeping you separate and private from the rest of his life because he's fearful that if people found out he was dating a trans woman, they would judge him for it.
In his culture, he said basically, it's dangerous to be even talking to me.
He won't reveal where he's from to Sham, but he's more than happy to list where he allegedly has homes.
So has Phillip ever told you where he's from?
I asked him, and he said, I can't tell you. He told me he's in Dubai, he has a house in London, he has a house in New York. He sounds like he's very wealthy.
And to make the situation even a little bit more crazy, he has Sham going on his wild goose chase when he told her that he's in LA, but then ghosted her.
Phillip was like, I'm in Los Angeles, come meet me. I'm at the Beverly Hills Hotel.
Oh.
So I just hightailed it to LA. I get there, I said, I'm here. No response, no response, no response. So when I got to the front desk, I said, I'm here for room 2, whatever. Phillip's room. She said, that's not Phillip's room. And they said that they can't give out the name of guests. So I was in a rage.
Yeah.
I could not believe that I drove 2 hours. And then the next day he contacted me and he said, I'm sorry, the hotel was mistaken.
Even if they were mistaken, was your phone mistaken when I was texting you and you weren't texting me back?
Thank you.
Thank you, Cammy, because I'm sharing the same logic. Oh, your phone isn't working? Well, hopefully this works when you need to dial 911 after I put my foot up here. And something that makes this just throws them for a loop is the fact that he says he has a friend who lives next to Sham, and this friend wants to buy art that Sham has made, but we don't even know if this friend is real or is it the real person behind this Phillip profile.
Oh, he wants to buy your art. Okay, so he said, a friend of mine in Palm Springs and is looking for art, and I recommended you, of course. And he sent pictures of all your beautiful paintings.
Okay.
So he said, so my friend loves the art and wants to spend lots of money. His name is Aman. Just let me know where and he'll meet you.
I work at this radio station. I have a little radio show, so they asked me to meet there because I do not want to give my address.
Well, that's interesting that Phillip happens to have a friend in Palm Springs.
I mean,
what if he is the friend? I mean, while we're here, I think you should definitely try to set up that meeting.
Sham she really doesn't really know who this guy is. She doesn't even know his last name. She only has a few photos of his. And also, she has nothing else to go off of because, yes, they met on Instagram, but he deleted it shortly after they moved conversations to Snapchat, which just makes him even more suspect because I'm going to think you're hiding something if you delete a whole Instagram profile out of nowhere. Neve and Cammy only have a few of his photos to go off of, which does point them in the right direction to find out who the guy in the picture is.
Give him a little look. All right, searching. Oh, what is this?
Arab muscles.
Ooh, he's on an Arab Muscles Instagram page. Oh, this is a hashtag.
Is that him right there?
Oh, yes, it is.
That's him.
Yeah, look how easy that was, Arab Muscles. Damn. All right, well, so this guy is Arab.
Is that his page though? Jad Bro?
I don't know, let's see. Oh!
Lebanese.
Boom, his name is Jad Dubai. He's a medical student and a personal trainer. A lot of travel shots. I can totally see why someone would steal this guy's pics.
There's the picture. I think that's the one that Sham had.
Oh, yeah.
But we know Sham. Sham's gonna see this page and she's gonna be
Right.
well,
It could be him.
it could be him. He just doesn't want everyone to know.
I say this with much love, but I do have to say I'm glad they pointed out how delusional Sham is. But it would fit the narrative that Phillip has given about their relationship having to be a secret. What I'm about to say next, I'm not saying it to get on her or to make, like, to blame her about the situation or anything, but I just find it interesting that Sham would even want to be with someone like Phillip, because I only know her in the context of the show. And from what I'm seeing, I think she's a lovely person. But from what I'm seeing, it seems like she's the type of person that doesn't want to live in secrecy. And she's living her life out loudly, as she should, because that's an amazing thing to do. So it's just weird to me that she would pick a relationship where she would have to operate being in secrecy for him. I don't know. It just seems like this man goes against how she wants to live her life, if you get what I'm saying. I've already seen this episode, so I'm not gonna give away too much, saving that for the end. Let's just take Phillip's story at face value and believe that everything is true. Phillip is living in a country and culture where LGBT rights aren't as progressive, and him being in a relationship with Sham could cause for him and her to be killed. I just feel like the dangers of having a relationship like that outweighs the pros, especially when this man hasn't even put in the effort to really meet her. If he's as rich as he is, he could just go and be with her and then they can really see if it'll work. But my thing is, even if he were to come over to the United States and start a relationship with her, how would she know and be secure in the relationship, not knowing if he would still hold those thoughts and feelings of their relationship having to be a secret? I feel like I'm being a friend who's a little too woke, but I mean, I'm thinking about this in a way that how it would affect the relationship, especially because wouldn't you want to be in love with someone who doesn't feel the need to keep you as a secret? And because if he says that, oh, I still need to be in a secret relationship with you, that defeats the purpose of wanting to live your life how you want to live it. And it also suppresses what she's worked so hard to get at this point in her life. Sham calls with some developments about Phillip's friend, Aman, who wants to buy her paintings.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Sham.
There's some developments.
Oh.
I texted him about his friend.
Oh, the art friend?
Yeah, he said his friend wants to know if I can meet him, get the art, and what's the address. So I said, thank you for hooking it up. I gave him the address of the radio station where I work out. And I'm freaking the out because you guys put this idea in my head that it could be him.
This could be a serial killer meeting her at the radio station to murder her off the tower and push her down off a satellite.
Luckily for her, we're here. Let's go.
Neve and Cammy head over to meet Sham at her job, and they ask, like, okay, so what do you have? All she has so far is just a phone number, and when they call that phone number, it's clear that it's a text app number. Neve and Cammy say, okay, that didn't work, but what we'll do, we'll just stay out here, and if he pulls up, when he pulls up, we'll try to like block him before he really gets into there and ask him some questions. And Neve and Cammy have a good old stakeout.
The stakeout commences. We didn't bring any snacks.
I must have something back there.
I do have this crumpled up chocolate chip cookie from the hotel. So is there no point of trying to look up the number? It's a text app.
Yeah, right. I know.
I don't think anyone's coming.
Phillip also said he was at the Beverly Hills Hotel, and he probably wasn't. So, but someone's pulling in.
Where?
Oh, get down, get down. Did he see us? Oh, okay. Maybe they just work here.
Okay, so the stakeout wasn't as successful as they thought it would be, but they say, you know what, he's not here, but let's go ahead and share some information about what we got on our own investigation to find out who is behind this Phillip profile.
Instagram, or someone named Jad, who's Lebanese.
Wait a minute, whoa.
We don't think this is Phillip. We think this is some guy named Jad, who is an entirely different person than Phillip. Whoever you're talking to took photos of this very handsome, worldly bodybuilder, med student, and made a fake Instagram and sent you some pictures, but it's not him.
So you got catfish.
I'm guessing Sham got fed up with all the lies because she hastily video calls Phillip on Snapchat. Of course, no one picks up. I don't even think he would, especially if y'all haven't done that in the months that y'all been speaking. But after that doesn't work, Cammy actually says, you know what? I'll text him for you just so we can really get on his ass and let him know that we know you've been up to a lot of BS.
In that case, I need to respond to him. And I don't want to respond the way I would respond because I'm scared of saying something wrong because I don't want to screw it up. I don't want to be that bit. Okay, Cammy.
Wait, so what do you want to say? Oh, you're going to help. Okay, great.
Before you send it, please look, I see it.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Okay.
Okay, this is what I started off with. Listen, I don't know what kind of game you're playing, but I took the time out of my day.
That's too crazy.
To meet your friend with this artwork. And he, just like you, stood me up.
But don't you think the first part is too strong?
No.
No.
I think you're being
Like
too
this-
Do you want me to say,
soft on it.
listen, heart emoji?
Okay, but really, just push out my position. To me, this is like that lottery ticket that was $2 billion.
I know, but-
And one little thing could ruin it.
I don't know why or how Sham still believes this guy could be a wealthy prince. I guess she's just trying to get the bag, which I'm not mad at you. Get that bag. But you were just given information that points in the other direction to this being someone who you thought it was. At this point, Sham, you really need to
Let that go.
They sent a few more messages to Phillip, letting him know that it's time for all this BS to come to an end. We already know that you're not the person in the photos. We already know that you gave a fake phone number. It's time to just lay all this to rest.
If you're worried about the fact that you're not the guy in the pictures, don't worry. I already know. And I just want you to be honest with me.
Okay. Oh, it's nerve-wracking. Come on.
Oh, okay, now he's
No,
typing.
No, wait.
He said, I have a home in San Diego. I can fly there tonight. Can we meet there tomorrow?
I guess Phillip is feeling the heat because he does send an address saying, okay, we can meet here tomorrow. But Sham, she's still weak for him. And I just really need her to stand up because what are you doing?
I'll be bringing my friends from Catfish with me.
That could scare him away.
It's important to us that we're transparent too. We don't want to just like
Ambush.
Okay, fine. I mean, I want closure at this point. To be real.
Yeah.
Oh, he's typing.
Oh. Well, he said,
wait,
okay,
wait.
I know I need to make this up to you.
Something like a kiss. It's like,
No.
Ah, kisses!
God.
Girl! Bye.
Stand up! Stand up!
All right. I'm gonna need y'all to buckle up because I feel like this reveal is probably one of the wildest ones that's ever happened in the show's history. So Neve, Cammy, and Sham get up in the morning to go to San Diego. They get to this very nice house and ring the doorbell and wait for somebody to appear at the door.
He's coming, somebody's coming.
Where? Hey.
Hey, how's it
How you
going?
doing?
Good, good.
Neve.
Nice to meet you.
Well, we're looking for Phillip.
He's around the back, actually.
Oh.
So if you guys want to go around the back, he's that way.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.
As they are walking to the backyard, this truly feels like a scene out of a horror movie. And as always, as usual, Cammy is the audience's voice.
We're getting further and further into the
I'm like so anxious.
a little creeped out. I need to stay as close to the exit as possible.
Jesus Christ, this is like so stressful.
Sham,
Okay, I'm gonna stay with you, girl. This is weird.
what you got us into?
No, because like you got me thinking Ghostface is about to come out the bushes or something. Like I'd be like, get me the hell out of here. I'm not playing with this. I did not sign up for this. I'm not getting paid enough. But I guess Sham's equivalent to Ghostface appears when the catfisher reveals himself.
Like, where is he?
Well, you always wanted a prince. Well, here I am. It's me. Your old friend Mike.
But what? So you?
I'm Phillip. I did the whole thing. Of course I did.
Are you drunk?
What? I told you I was gonna get you back, girl. I told you.
There's some lore behind their friendship and the falling out. Neve says he's having some difficulties trying to understand what's going on. So Mike does his best to lay out the critical information to let us know what's going on about with this whole situation. It's so funny the way I'm talking about this. Like, but this really is crazy.
You don't remember? Oh, really? You stole my boyfriend in Mexico. I told you. I said, don't take my boyfriend. And you took him anyway. You're evil and you're a slut. I told you I'd get you back, girl. Sorry.
Wait, hold on a second. When were you guys friends?
Like, we haven't spoken in 2 years. Literally 2 years. I blocked this idiot on everything. Every single thing he's blocked.
I met you when you were 18. When you were a child and people were trying to take advantage of you in Hollywood. I was there. And I helped you the whole time.
And you guys went on a trip to Mexico?
That guy was not your boyfriend, and you guys were not like in some kind of relationship. You just once, and then he looked at me like a hungry wolf and came, and he slept with me. I didn't even sleep with him.
Oh my God, doesn't matter who initiated it. You shouldn't have done it in the first place. The problem is you still did it even when your friend asked and told you not to do it. You violated the friend code, so it doesn't matter who started it first. You still did it when you shouldn't have done it. In case you didn't get all of it, and I'm just gonna recap it just so that we have it in a nice little bow, because I know that was a lot. After a trip in Mexico, Mike is upset at Sham because Sham slept with a guy that Mike was seeing at the time. I'm gonna say situationship. That I feel that better fits whatever he had with that guy. But Mike is upset because Sham slept with that guy. And Sham basically was just like, well, he wasn't your boyfriend, so what are you mad about? But also, he told you not to mess with that guy and you did it anyway. So I wish I had like a big board behind me, you know, like that's putting the ties together. But yeah, that is what happened. That's the whole thing. This is why all this happened. And basically, Mike is like, she took my man when I told her not to take my man, even though he's not my man, but she knows that was my man at the time. A big falling out happened, and since then, Mike has been trying to get back at Sham for sleeping with this man.
I kept on trying and trying. Like I tried a blonde surfer guy and she wouldn't answer. And then I tried different and I thought, well, I know what she really likes.
What she really likes?
Like an Arab prince
I
type.
See.
So that's why I'm...
And what was the whole thing yesterday with this friend who was going to buy her art? There was no truth to that.
No.
Right, okay.
No. I want to teach her a lesson. I am not the only one that will tell you of her friends that she does this sort of thing all the time with different men constantly. Just don't take my man. That's all.
But was he your man?
Well, ish.
I have to say, like, the first time I watched this, I remember being so shocked because I feel like this is one of the wildest reasons to want to get back at somebody, and especially to be a catfish for so long. I get it. Sham slept with someone you were interested in, and because of that, it ruined a friendship that y'all had. But like, at the end of the day, I'm like, was it all worth it, really? Because I feel like y'all could have just talked about this.
She left with my boyfriend or whatever. I called her and I screamed at her and told her that she was evil, etc. and so on, when she was a slut. And she got mad, and then she blocked me. Did I want it to go this far? Absolutely not.
I'm so angry and so, like, embarrassed. Like, I just don't know what to say.
You need to let him know that he actually hurt your feelings, and this is not a key. This is not funny.
They don't exactly come to a resolution or resolve this by the end of this interaction. So they are going to meet the next day because you could tell there are still a lot of emotions that these two need to iron out.
I love how you're smiling. Like, you have a
Well,
big
what am I
smile.
supposed
Wee,
to
I'm
do?
so funny.
What?
Like, you're not that funny, first of all.
Okay.
Okay. Are we done?
What? You're gonna beat me up on camera? What, girl?
I'm beating you up on camera.
What did I
when
do?
you, for 2 months, did what you did to me and then was like, ha ha, it's a joke.
Well,
And I'm beating you up. You're the victim here.
no, I'm not a victim at all.
Okay. This is, like, sick. Like, I feel like it's, like, twisted. I'm ready to get the out.
So let's say goodbye for today.
Thank you.
And plan on maybe meeting back up tomorrow. Thank you for at least meeting up with us and helping get the truth out.
It's so funny because, like, you could tell Neve is like, I don't even know what just happened. I'm just ready to go. Honestly, I'd feel the same way. I get it. They meet Mike the next day, and Sham opens up about how she feels that Mike unfairly used her insecurity about financial stability as he was catfishing as Phillip.
Like, I don't know. I mean, like, you're prank. Like, I really, really feel like that was mean. You know, like, I am, like, wanting this in my life. I'm looking for it. I've been searching for it. So for you to, like, be like, oh, I'm gonna prey on that, it's just, you put me through this roller coaster of emotions. You know, it's mean.
I'm terrible. I feel so bad. I'm sorry. I don't want to hurt your feelings or, hurt you. That's not my point.
Okay.
I swear, I cannot stand when people go like, oh, I didn't mean for it to go this far. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I'm sorry that it hurt your feelings. But my thing is like, you're fully aware of what you're doing. Like, you're a fully grown adult aware of your actions. What do you mean you weren't trying to hurt her feelings? Like, Sham mentions it later in this conversation that if he revealed himself the next day, she probably would have laughed about it. But you did this for 2 months. You know exactly what you were doing. Sometimes people say that, I'm just like, you don't care. You're just saying that just because. Now, the real question is, was he continuing catfishing her just to get back at her, or was he doing it to get back into her life?
So your argument is, we've known each other a long time,
Yes.
ups and downs.
Yes.
For whatever reason, whatever went down a couple years ago, didn't think you would stop being friends over it.
Right.
So here's an insane way of trying to get you back in my life.
So we can become friends maybe, or you can hate me.
And really, this whole thing was for him to get back into her life. He talks about how much the friendship meant to him and how torn he was after their whole argument.
The thing is that, I don't have many friends that are as good as you, Sham. And, I don't think I'll be getting married anytime soon. So, it just would be so nice if we could fix this. I'm sorry it came down to this, Sham.
I feel like the reason that you did what you did is because I blocked you.
Well, duh. Who cares about the guy? I just felt like I meant nothing to you and it hurt so bad. You're such a star and you're so much fun. I care about you.
I guess I wish he didn't do this, but his plan did work. Sham isn't as angry as she was the day before, and she does choose to forgive him. She talks about how important Mike has been in her life, and she even apologizes for blocking him.
Honestly, Mike, I do care about you. I really do. Like when I was going through, wanting to transition, how many nights did you hold my hand on the phone?
Oh, God.
You showed me how to get insurance. You showed me how to get to a gender therapist. You held my hand. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. And for me, I have to apologize. I was a cold-hearted bitch to just block you after 20 years of being friends. That's super, super mean. It's good to see you, I have to admit. The friendship is really, honestly, genuinely more important.
Thank you so much. And I am so sorry.
2 months later, they check up on both of them, and Sham says that their relationship has been repaired.
Mike came to Palm Springs, and we actually went out to eat.
Oh.
And we just started talking again, old time.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, really, I'll be honest with you guys. There was a piece of my life that was missing without Mike. Having him in my life, he is like my family, and I'm really glad to have him back.
All right, and Sham, she is so funny because when he asks her about if she's seen anybody, this is her response.
My art is my real boyfriend. My art never cheats on me. My art doesn't talk back to me. It doesn't lie to me. It doesn't, it's a great relationship.
And I guess Mike also learned his lesson about catfishing people because he's saying he wish it didn't have to happen that way, but he is glad that he got his friend back.
Went out, partied and stuff. I mean, we get along famously.
Well, we're very happy that you guys are back friends again, because Sham seems much happier, I have to say.
Yeah. Well, it's because of you two that we are friends, and I really appreciate what you've done for us.
We've got you. But I hope you don't plan on ever doing anything like this again.
No, I promise. I am ashamed, but we're friends again, so it's pass.
So I'm guessing this episode ended on a good note. I will say I'm happy that they're friends again, but that is absolutely some insane shit to do to somebody for 2 months. I don't know. If my friend did that to me, I'd probably hold it over their heads for 1 or 2 years. I feel like that's fair. Anytime we get in an argument, I'll be like, hey, remember when you catfished me as Arabian Prince? Yeah, shut up. You don't get to say anything right now. So that was the crazy story of Sham and Phillip, Prince Phillip, if you're nasty. I'm sorry. I'm so stupid and I'm tired right now. But yeah, I hope you liked it. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're new to my channel. I'm trying to post more often and be a little bit more consistent with that. I mentioned it in this video I did a few days ago. I do have this, I keep forgetting to mention this. I have this little series called What Happened This Week, where I take a story or stories and I talk about it. It's just a kind of like a podcasty type of videos that I'm doing. So if you're interested in seeing things like that, I will have it at the end of this video. But also, I think my next video, I kind of want to do a movie review. So just stay on the lookout for that. And that video should be out later on this week. But enough of talking. I hope you guys have a good day or night, whatever time you're watching. Thank you for choosing to watch my channel. And drink water, get some sun if you can. Take care. Bye.